Radyo Bida 747 sa iyong mga piitan.
Inihatid sa inyo ng With Love John Foundation Incorporated sa ilalim ng pamumuno ni Dr. Bernie Miguel sa pakikipagtulungan ng Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division, Provincial Government of Cotabato at ng Notre Dame Broadcasting Corporation. Ito ang Radyo Eskwela. Radyo Eskwela. Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Ganap na alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga at alas 3 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon. Radyo Eskwela sa DXND. Radyo Bida.
A'udhu billahi minasyaitanir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Wassalamu wassalatu ala rasulihil karim. Wa ba'd. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning ug welcome sa atong programang Radyo Eskwela hatid sa atin ng With Love John Foundation Incorporated, headed by Dr. Bernie Miguel, sa pakikipagtulungan po ng Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division, headed by SDS Romelito G. Flores o ang ASDS Natividad G. Ocon. Ang radio-based instruction ang nakikitang dahilan upang may pagpatuloy ang edukasyon sa gitna po ng pandemya. Handang isip, handa bukas. Ako po si Marlon Bulasa.
Sa ato mga suking tigpaminaw, loko probinsya sa North Cotabato, welcome og dayon usab dinhi sa atong programang Radyo Eskwela, ang radio-based instruction natud kanato sa Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division. Of course, kauban nato atong RBI Coordinator, Ma'am Shirley Dua, our LR Supervisor, Ma'am Hazel Aparese. Good morning and welcome kini si Crizolian Sampani Binyes.
Good morning, usa ka maayong buntag kanaton tanan mga higala sa ato ang mga suking tagapaminaw sa ato ang mga learners this morning, grade 7 o grade 8, mga ginikanan, stakeholders, sa mga kaubanan sa Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division, sa ato ang CID Chief, Dr. Milrose Peralta, SGOD Chief, Sir Remigio Orias. Of course, ato ang sponsor, With Love John Foundation Incorporated, headed by Dr. Bernie Miguel, ug Administrator, si Sir Ian Leo Domingo. Good morning sa ato ang tanan. Kini si Gladys Mir Pontongan.
Og syempre ba, kanunay natong ginagreet ang ato ang mga tigpaminaw sa District 1 o District 3 sa probinsya sa North Cotabato, pinaagi sa DXMS Radyo Bida, Cotabato City.
Tayo rin po ay napapakinggan, napapanood sa pamamagitan ng ating Facebook Live. Check niyo po ang DXM de Radyo Bida Kidapawan City, DepEd tayo Kidapawan at Happy FM Facebook page.
Yes, o pwede po ninyo balik-balikan ang tanang mga episode sa Radyo Eskwela, pinaagi sa pag-login sa site sa ndbcnews.com o pangitaan lang ang DepEd Learning Channel.
O ang uban sa atong mga asignatura nga gina-play, no, nagasugod na sa atong quarter 3, while uban ginahuman na ang atong quarter 2. So,
wow,
padayon kitang maminaw hangtod sa mahuman na to ang ato ang mga learning competencies.
And this morning we'll be hearing the discussion of our mathematics grade 7 and grade 8.
Wow.
Gipulawan in town sa ato ang kaubang Criselda yan.
Yes.
Sampani Binyes.
Hindi masyado. Sakto lang.
Sakto lang.
Sakto lang alas 12.
Ay, hindi, sakto lang. Kanina madaling araw. Kanina
okay.
madaling araw para healthy.
Okay, karon ang unang hugna sa atong mga FB livers, atong i-recognize.
Correct. Good
Kulbaan ka ng
morning
FB
muna
livers ba?
sa ating mga nakatutok sa pamamagitan po ng ating Facebook Live. Okay, dito ako sa DXM de Radyo Kidapawan City.
Ikaw,
Yan.
dito ka sa
Good
Deped.
morning sa mga taga-Sumbak Elementary School, sa mga magtutudo dihan ha, no, palihog lang sa atong mga teachers, no, inform ang inyong mga estudyante sa grade 7 and grade 8. Ma'am Chelry, ayan, good morning. Ma'am Mary Jane De Casa po, good morning. Ma'am Batawan Solin Annalie, ayan, sa mga taga Paco Central Elementary School, sa mga taga District 4, Paco National High School, good morning and welcome po sa Radyo Eskwela. Ma'am Rosalia S. Directo, Ma'am Eileen Valdumar, meron ka? Ma'am Helen Capilestique Aton, ayan, sa mga taga Kalasuyan Elementary School, mayadgid nga aga sa inyong nga tanan. Marife Banganan, Ma'am LV Bayon, good morning, Ma'am
Ma'am LV.
Frizel, Ma'am Gladys, and Sister. Ma'am LV, unta na solve na to ang sa module sa atong isa ka estudyante.
Of
Kay wa pa
course.
biya to nako
Sige,
nagkuha ang sa
masolve lang
module.
na in
Oo.
due time.
And Sister Saidamen Kali, good morning po.
Hi, Ustads!
Hi, Ustads!
And Ma'am Margie Sernal, good morning.
Alright, good morning po. Diri sa DepEd tayo, Kidapawan City. Ma'am Donna Bulasa, Ma'am Dali Tonso Madayag, Ma'am Merofil Sandag Villaraiz.
Okay.
Ma'am Anna Marie, good morning from Manongol Central Elementary School.
Okay, sa tanang mga taga-Manungol, no? Sila Susie Tanyala, hi.
Oo,
Sa
hi.
Perez, si Sir Ferdy.
Ferdinand.
Og sayang baby, og sayang wife.
Good morning. And of course, ngayong
Si
umaga,
Cookprok!
oh, ay Aris, namina ba ito sila kay gitulugan jud ni ang sa ni among radyo. Si Nanabel and si Boyboy nag-answer sila module right
Wow,
now.
very good.
And maminaw to
Grade
si
7 si
Boyboy kay
Boyboy, no?
grade 7. Oo.
Okay.
Kana ato nang tong i-inspire po ng ato mga batanon kay basig nga na board na sila sige pag-answer sa ilahang mga module.
Correct.
Atong ipasabot nga mao gyud na ang ato ang sistema
Mo na natong new normal.
So, dawato na to mga grade 7 ha, grade 1, mga 7 years old. Ayaw jud mo kay ang ako ang intawong bugoy kay kanang gusto na mag-relax.
Buutan. Good.
Ang ako ang intawong buutan
Oo.
kay gusto na mag-relax, naga-cry na.
Ayun na
sad
pag-cry.
na
Cry.
siya.
Luto lang ka mo da popcorn
Oh, popcorn niya
Butang ilang ka
Kana,
cheese.
kana.
Mm-mm.
Agi lang nato sa dula ba, no? Kay para murag malingaw pud sila. wala
Minaw ka mo
sa
radyo
module.
eskwela, inom ka mo ka kape or juice ba diha, kaon ka mo ka popcorn. Ano lang
Gahapon
na.
wa gyud intawin na ansiran bisag usa ang akong
Sige
buutan.
lang. O,
Tapos
hinay-hinay
nadugangan
lang.
pa jud gahapon og
Oo.
8 ka subject.
Sana all.
Okay, nagtipunog na.
Sige
Alright.
lang.
Sige, laban lang.
Laban
no?
lang na.
And this is the challenge for our parents and
Correct.
guardians.
Oo.
No, nga, mo ano gyud mula hutay pod kay kung ikaw mismo nga muundang na ka, mawad-an na
Ayaw
pod.
ipakita nga
correct.
kuan na murag na ano pud ka kay parang mga bata maka ano
Madasig
ba?
pud sila ba?
Madasig
Madasig ka
sila.
Correct.
Nga mag-motivate siguro ta no himo tag mga unsang mga activity nga
Yes.
maka-interest
Nga
sa
play
bata.
ba? Play para sa
Correct.
ilaha.
Ang uban kay gina-video na ano para
Madasig.
lang good kaysa kanang magsigig suwat.
Lahi-lahi no dapat
Oo.
lahi-lahion ba na ay
Correct.
variety of learning kay para di ma-bored ang bata.
Dali ra ba yung bata
Correct.
ma-board no?
5
Ilang
minutes,
span
wala
no?
na.
Mo na ilang
Lang
span,
listening,
diba?
ano ba?
So
5
dapat
minutes, wala na.
creative ta parents.
Pero nindot kaayo ni ikaw bang Marlon ang ato ang kining radyo eskwela
Oo.
tungod kay ang pagbasa do na sila 10% nga retention or 10% ilang makutlo. Dungagan pagyud og 10% gikan sa ilang listening.
Listening.
So nanay 20% at least imo kuan na nimo din ha imuha na
Learning na na
oo,
siya.
deposit na nimo.
Muna anak kanindot kay dili lang dahil naga-learning sila kay mao ni ato ang modalities karon kundi ma-develop ang ilahang comprehension sa listening ug sa reading.
According magud sa theory ni Edgar Dale.
Ala, wala.
Oo, kay ang 10% nga pinaagi sa pagbasa nato makuha and then dungagan og 10% sa listening na kay ma-deposit din ha. Na kay anytime pwede na nimo i-withdraw ang
Yes.
imong learning din ha.
So mo na nga,
Alright.
murag wala lang nato na matikdan, naga-learn ang mga bata tungod niya na. Kung mga indirectly they are actually
O
learning.
kaning mga bata nga maka-learn, di na gyud nakalimot.
Correct.
Oh, para sa akong anak
First,
3 years
no?
old pa lang na nga dugay na kay nako tong natudlo mahinumduman gyapon niya hantod karon.
Pati
Correct.
mga lyrics sa kuan.
Mga lyrics sa kanta,
no?
mga give thanks,
Oh.
ana gyud ang mga
Very
kanta.
good.
Oo.
Padayon
So
lang.
kinahanglan gyud ang guidance no sa mga ginikanan
Dili pwede nga
especially
mawa mo.
correct. Oo,
Ayaw, gid mo
especially right now kay basig-sigig cellphone ng bata, no daghan og kanang masulod sa
Og
una-una
sige
ba.
cellphone ang parents.
Oh.
na.
Mo na
Tama.
nga tagaan o kanang sa timetable bitaw nga nak kanilang imo ang oras sa cellphone and then we will answer modules tapos pagkahuman na pod mao na pod nimong oras nga mobalik ta sa
Og
cellphone.
ang parents di po nagpakita nga naga-cellphone.
Cellphone.
Kasi syempre, dili ni
Correct.
bawalan
Ako,
ni mo
guilty
mong
ko,
anak.
ana. Guilty
Bawalan
ko,
ni mo
ana.
mong anak nga mag-cellphone pero ikaw ga cellphone ka. So asa dito
Kamo,
ang
ambot
discipline?
ninyo.
Guilty.
Diba?
Oh, guilty
Guilty
ta-
here.
Oo.
Guilty here.
Salamat sa pahinga himangno
Pahimang,
kaubang
oo.
ladies.
Wow, wala nag-cellphone no. Wow.
Wow.
Wow ha.
Gagunit ba ya kasi
Wow.
kuan?
Wow, grabe ka perfect.
Oh.
Hindi naman. So, sa ato mga ginikanan, no, magtinabangay kita, no, in this
Karong
time
panahon.
of pandemic, no,
Total
magtinabangay
passing
kita.
ni siya, nagsugod naman ang roll rolled out sa vaccine. So in due time, di lang kita mabagot, mainip, mawalik ra kita sa ato.
Isang taon na
Yes.
kaubang Marlon. So, we survived, no? Thank the Lord,
you,
no?
Lord.
Thank God kaya nakasurvive ta for 1
Alhamdulillah.
year. 1 year, no? So, dahan-dahan lang po dapat padayon lang gihapon
Correct.
na. Alright. Sa atong
Sige.
mga learning din ha, sa atong mga ginikanan, no? Sa especially sa atong mga learners, continue lang. And congratulations sa mga grades ninyo ha, na-receive ninyo inyong mga
Wow.
Lipay kay
cards.
sila gapon kay katong isa ka parent pag open niya excited kay wa pa naabot sa balay ang gi-open nagngisi na kay dagko daw
Honor
kayo
ang iyahang
grado.
anak.
Ambot lang kung na-honor to pero
Honor
dagko daw
to,
kayo
no?
ang grado.
Hala, okay
Okay.
na. Na-solve na po, Ma'am Crizel, gahapon. Asa ka ato ang module? Kay ako magud naghatag ato nga module niya. Pag-check na ko, muhapit unta ko sa bata. Kay naraman na sa highway gaatang. Di na ako napadton dito sa area. Kay maagian raman ako. Wala dito sa akong butanganan ring. Asa ka ato?
So
At
na-solve na.
least na-solve
And then,
na.
Ma'am LV Bayon, dagan kay salamat sa pag-facilitate. Kay anak ko sa bata,
grabe
i-connect
ka,
yun ang imuhang
outstanding na si
advisor. Correct. Ano ko, i-connect imong advisor kung asa. Kay kung naaras ako, pwede na ako mahatod anytime. Pero ingon man ni Ma'am karon na solve na
Solve
daw
na.
gahapon.
Ah,
Salamat
wala,
sa
bro.
Ginoo.
Let's party.
Correct. Answer na sa module diha, Troy. Laban. Okay.
Okay. Sige.
Ma'am Normelita Bustilio, good morning. All right, sige.
Okay, padayon ta.
Tawagon na to siguro ni sila.
Okay.
Tawagon na to
Asa
sa
na
mga
grade
grade 7
seven?
and
Grade
grade
seven.
8 learners. Inubanan sa inyo ang mga ginikanan kay Matt Baya gyud ni.
Uy, pero nindot. In fairness kay Ma'am
Gani.
Clarissa Sanyon.
Mathematics.
Nice.
Mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Ma'am Clarice.
Hi, Ma'am Klang.
Go.
Okay.
Okay.
So tawagon na nato once again ang ato ang mga grade 7 and
Tawagan
grade
na
8 learners. Adto na mo sa lugar kung asa mo komportable kay ang pangutana. Grade 7 and grade 8 learners, andam na ba mo?
Andam na.
Radyo ESKWELA.
Good day, learners! Especially to our grade 7 students. I would like to welcome you all to another exciting lesson in Mathematics Grade 7. Are you ready for another adventure? Let's welcome ourselves and deepen our knowledge on geometry. Hence, let us unlock the keys to understanding problems around us. We are now in our third quarter in mathematics. We have surpassed 2 quarters and our adventures have been meaningful. Are you getting excited to know more about geometry shapes and sizes? Here you go, mathematicians. Let's explore. I'm your radio teacher, Crizalian Sampani Binyes. We are using our Learning Activity Sheets or LAS. You may answer your LAS while listening to the discussion about our Week 1 topics. So, brace your listening ears so that you will be guided how to answer your activity sheets. You may find a quiet spot where you can focus on how to answer the given activities. Perform it with confidence and of course, you have to pay attention. I know you can do it. And I know you are ready. Let's get it on. Do not forget to scribble important notes. Now, we are expected to learn the following topics about geometry. These lessons are very interesting because you will learn represent points, line, plane, Using concrete and pictorial models, illustrate subsets of a line and classify the different kinds of angles. Are you ready? Try to look around the things that are present in your house. What can you say about these objects that you see? How will you describe them? Do these things represent something? What elements and characteristics do these things have? Can you tell your observations? That's great. Yes, you are right. These things that are present in our house or the environment that we are situated represent points, lines, and planes. The tip of your ball pen represents a point which suggests an exact location and has no dimension. We can name the point of any letter. Say point A. Remember that capital letters are used to name it. How about the roads we traverse? What do you think it represents? Yes, a line is correct. A line is a set of points arranged in a row. It extends infinitely in either direction but has no width and is one-dimensional figure. Line, on the other hand, uses lowercase letter or any 2 points on the line to name the line. Now, how about our house doors? Yes, that is right. It represents plane, which is defined as a set of points in an endless flat surface. While naming it constitutes a lowercase letter or 3 points on the plane, let's say plane DRS or plane M. Since we have defined a point, line, and a plane, I would like you to check the pictures in your LAS and answer what geometric figure is represented by each. Let's try a few of them, but you have to answer the rest, okay? Let's start with the stars in the sky. How do you see them at night? What does it represent? Your answer should be point. Correct. How about the table? The answer is plane. Correct. How about the thread? It represents a line. You got it correctly. Great job. I know you can do the rest of it. Make sure to read and understand the given words. You can do it. I'll give you time to answer. Keep it going, learners. right. Well done, grade 7. You made it excellently. Now, it's time that I will introduce you to a new topic and you have to check your LAS number 2 for your reference in answering the questions. Are you ready? Let's deepen your understanding on lines. We are now going to illustrate the subsets of a line. It's time to immerse ourselves with the new terms in geometry. Are you ready? What is a line segment? Are you familiar with the term? Yes, it is a line with two endpoints. Take a look at the figure in your LAS. You can name it with the capital letters AB. Hence, line segment AB. While points with capital letters A, B, C, and D lie in the same line segment. Thus, we can name it as line segment AD. You have to remember the terms so that you may be able to answer the questions in your activity. Now, we come to the second term, ray. What is then a ray? Yes, it is also a part of a line but has only one endpoint and extends endlessly in one direction as shown by the arrow. See figure shown on your LAS. Take note that this symbolic ray always has its arrowhead on the right regardless of its direction. Hence, to name it is ray AB as an example. That is capital letters too. Please observe the figure closely. It is now time for you to illustrate the figures as needed in the first activity. That would be easy for you. You can always refer to the definition of the term if you might be a little unsure. There is no harm if you keep reviewing. That will give you a better edge. And now, we come to the last topic for this week's lesson activities. To seal the week with the last topic, let's talk about angles. I bet this would be very easy in you. Well, let's review then so that we can answer the activities that follow. We are going to classify angles. Do you still remember the different types of angles? Can you name a few? Do you know how to describe them? Let's check if your answers are correct. You can now look at your LAS number 3 on classification of angles according to their measure. Ready? Our first angle is the acute angle. It is an angle that measures more than 0 degrees but less than 90 degrees. If you have an angle measuring 45 degrees, then that should be an acute angle because it is less than 90 degrees. What about the angle measures 90 degrees, not more than 90 degrees? What do you call it? Yes, it's the famous right angle. That is correct. So it means that if it measures exactly 90 degrees, then it should be the right one. Right angle. Very good. Now, move on to an angle that will measure more than Mr. Right, but less than 180 degrees, would be the obtuse angle. Correct. Make sure that you check the spelling. Now, when it comes down to an angle measuring exactly 180 degrees, then it is called the straight angle. Finally, the one angle which measures more than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees is called the reflex angle. Wow, very good. We names it all. Your memory serves it right. This one is easy, right? Now let's check your understanding on that note. You have to answer the activities that follow. I'm gonna give you time to answer the first activity in this LAS. Your timer starts now. I know you can do it, learners. Are you ready? Let's check your answers. Did you write them on a piece of paper? That's good. Let's name that angle. Number 1 answer is acute angle. Number 2, obtuse angle it is. Let's take number 3. It is exactly 90 degrees, so it is a right angle. You're right. Number 4 is exactly 180 degrees, hence it is a straight angle. Great job! Finally, angle is measuring more than 180 degrees but less than 360 degrees. It is reflex angle. Well done, learners! This is the third quarter, which means we are going to talk about geometry. One of the basic skills that you need to practice is vocabulary building. The definition of terms allows you to understand why this area of mathematics is a beautiful thing to learn. You can have a separate notebook to write down important things about the lessons. It will help you a lot. Have fun in writing! Always remember, students, that when you find activities challenging and you might be a little confused, do not hesitate to ask your teacher. He or she will surely help you. Do not be afraid. We are all in this together.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight.
Remember too that your efforts will not go to waste when you sincerely want to know about it deep in your heart. Till our next radio adventure, I'm your radio teacher, Crizalian Sampani Biñez, together with our scriptwriter, Miss Clarice Angela M. Hasanyon. Thank you and good luck.
No, I still got a lot of fire left in me.
Radyo ESKWELA. Makinig sa programa Sulong DepEd Kidapawan. Programang maghahatid ng mga kaganapan sa loob ng DepEd Kidapawan City Division. Sulong DepEd Kidapawan. Tuwing linggo, alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga sa himpilang DXND. Radyo Bida, Sulong DepEd Kidapawan.
Kapag may mga banta ng panganib, kailangang lumikas papunta sa higit na ligtas na lugar. Bilang paghahanda sa mga ganitong pagkakataon, mahalaga na may go bag na dadalhin ang pamilya. Tandaan ang mga kagamitang dapat ihanda. First aid kit, kasama ang mga pangluna sa lagnat, LBM, sugat at iba pa. Flashlight, kandila, posporo, baterya at silbato, radyo at baterya, inuming tubig sa saradong lalagyan at sapat sa 3 araw. Mga kailangan ng sanggol, matatanda at may kapansanan. Pagkaing hindi madaling masira, madaling ihain at sapat para sa 3 araw. Kumot, damit, kapote, botas, at mga sanitary supplies, pera at barya, mahalagang dokumento sa selyadong lalagyan, telepono, power bank at charger, lubid, lumang dyaryo at matibay na lalagyan. Maging ligtas, maging panatag, Pilipinas.
Inihahatid sa inyo ng With Love John Foundation Incorporated sa ilalim ng pamumuno ni Dr. Bernie Miguel sa pakikipagtulungan ng Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division, Provincial Government of Cotabato at ng Notre Dame Broadcasting Corporation. Ang Radyo ESKWELA. Sa kinakaharap na krisis ng ating bansa, ang pag-aaral at pagtututo ay hindi dapat mahinto. Edukasyon, ating isulong. Ito ang DepEd Radyo ESKWELA. Radyo ESKWELA, Lunes hanggang Biyernes. Ganap na alas 10 hanggang alas 11 ng umaga at alas 3 hanggang alas 4 ng hapon. Radyo ESKWELA sa DXND, Radyo Bida.
Radyo Eskwela.
Ang atong oras, 34 minutes after 10 in the morning. O syempre, kamo gyapon naminaw sa Radyo Eskwela hatod kanato sa With Love John Foundation Incorporated. O ang Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division.
Ayan, congratulations to our learners, grade 7 for your mathematics, week 1, quarter 3. And of course, to our scriptwriter po sa mathematics, Ma'am Clarice Hasanyon.
Wow, thank you and congratulations Ma'am Klang. And of course, greet din ako ang friend nga ihang manghod si Jiltrude Morales Tambuboy.
Jiltrude.
O si Jill.
Hi.
Ako ng friend.
Oo, and si Ma'am Dalisay naminaw no, sa mga taga-Paco National High School.
Hi, Ma'am.
Good morning. And also tomorrow, ang ato ang airing is MAPE, grade 7 and grade 8.
Excited.
Pahimang no, ang mga mapping nga mag-record karon anhin na mo.
True.
Okay.
Ay, nandito na sa akin.
Pero
And
ang
grade
mag-record-
7, magre-record ho tayo.
Wala ng
Ayan.
birthday ron.
Happy birthday sa mga nag-celebrate sa ilang
Kinsa mga
birthday.
nailan ako birthday kinsa man.
Sa mga learners also na nag-celebrate silang birthday, happy
Happy birthday.
Ayan, baka naman.
Oo,
Good
good,
ka naman.
oh,
Ang
good morning.
invitation.
Good morning, Sir John Ray Francis Gregorio
Uy,
from Puas Inda.
Hi,
Sir, ang ato mga scripts sa grade 7.
Sir, ang ato mga
Ayan.
puturuhas diha.
Oo, gimingon na
Oh, mga
pitami.
tikoy di
Oh,
ha.
tikoy diha.
Salamat.
Ma'am Justine May Gadat Andoy, Ma'am Ralyn Lavilla. Oh, good morning, Ma'am Chris Aginsatan Mopada. Okay,
Ma'am.
and CM Prudente Inandam.
Ayan, Ma'am Mary Rose Silagan, Ma'am Jennifer Carbonell, Ma'am Evangeline Apias. Ayan, Ma'am
Wapo di kayo
Deline
pagkabasa ba?
Estuesta. Oh, and Ma'am Anna Marie Abalutbo. Ayan, good morning sa mga taga Manungal Central Elementary School, Kidapawan City Division. Good morning.
Kung sanang taga Manungol National High School, ako mga former colleague. Hello.
Baka gusto mong i-greet sila.
Hi.
Hello po, good,
Good morning, Ma'am Liza Malimit.
Ayan.
Okay.
Sige, tawagan na nato siguro mga
Tawagin
grade
na, ha?
8. Tawagan na nato
Oo,
sila.
Nahurot
bakit
na ba
naman?
ninyo
Oo.
tanan?
Nahurot
Saan
na.
yan sa'yo?
Dapat
Sige pa, uy.
tayo.
Kaya taas pa kayo.
Tayo,
muna.
okay, sige.
Si
Sige,
Ma'am
check sa diya.
Anit. Kiao Paalisbo. Good morning from Kidapawan City Pilot Elementary School. Sa tanan pong taga-Habitat Elementary School, good morning.
Sa tanang
inyong
taga Sibug
tanan.
Elementary School, good morning.
Good morning po, Ma'am Stella Sinang. Good
Ayan.
morning.
And sa mga nag-a-answer silang module karon ha, grade 7 and grade 8, congratulations, kinahuman na ang ato ang mathematics.
Grabe, no? Nahuman gid ba?
I hope na
Grabe, math good na. Sa ngalan nga math ba?
at saka yung iba kasing school, ang ginamit po ay yung LAS, yung Learning Activities
Lahi
Sheet.
na,
Pero
oh.
the same lang naman yung content kasi nga, the same lang yung MELCs na
So,
sinusundan natin.
LAS tong math na to.
Oh, yes po, LAS.
Okay.
Na nasabi rin ni Ma'am Clarice na yung mga activity na hindi po natapos during our broadcast ay gagawin niyo po after. Or kung meron kayong time, extra time, no, himuon tanan ang mga activities.
Walang mo gina-pressure.
O kanang naay mga dili klaro nga mga items sa inyo ha, malibog ang ato ang mga students and syempre ato ang mga parents. Ayaw mo kahadlok, ayaw mo ka-hesitate, ayaw mo kalisang no nga mo tawag, mo text, mo chat sa inyohang mga teachers para matabangan ta nga dili ta pod ma-pressure ba.
Yes.
Matabangan ta sa ato ang mga subject teachers.
Correct.
Sa kuha daghan man po chat no
Kaya-
nga mo tana.
Mo na ilang ibutang sa ilahang una-una nga ang teacher or subject teacher or advisor teacher nila mutabang jud na. So ayaw jud mo kaulaw og duol.
Correct. Ayan. So, sa mga teachers usab, no, right now, I know daghan kay trabaho tanan ang mga teachers ko, bang Marlon ko, bang
Kasi
Gladys.
sila ka ng encode sa mga scores.
SF1s, no? And
SF1.
also, ang school
Mga
forms
card.
right now.
Ang
School forms, no? Ginaatiman sa mga teachers and also checking sa module. And then, katong mga na-retrieve na module, i-check na sad to. So, laban
At least
lang.
ma-inform pod ang katawhan no pinagi ni atong programa nga dili lang mauna naka-focus ang trabaho sa usa ka teacher. Pag mobalik na siya after sa ato ang retrieval og
Check na
distribution,
yun.
mag-check na siya. Aside
Record.
from check, napa na siya kanang ipapasa nga mga SF no nga requirement.
School
Nga
forms.
dili pwede nga dili buhaton sa usa ka teacher because that is mandatory. So wala sila kabalo ba nga abi na to
Naay
distribute
trabaho.
naagya po
Naay
trabaho.
Oo. And ang magudan na kung nato sa balay ka bang Marlon, di nato maano kay daghan pud tag mga other na mga
ma-distract
trabaho.
po ta sa
Oo.
kuan mo na nga himuon na to sa school.
Mao na nga ang
Pero-
teachers go work gihapon ha.
Pero ang
Even
uban,
sa balay.
gipugos gyud nga sa balay kay para di jud magtipon og ang work.
Correct.
No, na dunat ko'y mga nabalaan nga mga maestra nga duha-duha ang mga anak, tulo ang anak, patulugon sa ang usa itapad while making the
Correct.
school form. So nga na atong mga extra miles nga ginabuhat.
Congratulations,
Oh,
no?
sige.
Outstanding na gyud nga mga teachers, no?
outstanding
Dili
na
gyud
gyud.
pwede nga dili matawag kay nga naman. Grabe ang effort, grabe ang pagpalangga sa mga learners, ang passion gyud no sa pagtudlo even na alang sa mga panimalay.
Correct. Bisan wala ta na awardan
Relax lang. Ako lang po
no?
yun.
Wala ta na awardan gyud ana nga outstanding. Maingon gyapon nato nga
Outstanding
outstanding
gyud.
gyapon.
Kasi nga you are really working ka ubang Marlon.
Kay mao man gyud na mandate man gyud na. Otherwise kung dili nimo na buhaton matanggal
Ikaw
ka.
ra man gihapon ang
Kay-
pangitaan.
We are under civil service code na nga na. So that is a requirement and mandatory. Now if you are not going to fulfill those duties, pwede jud ka anytime matanggal
Salamat
ka,
na lang
pulihan
sa
ka.
lahat.
So
Sige.
mao na nga mo trabaho gyud tagtaman, no?
Okay. Para sa atong mga
Despite.
learners, in the name of love.
Okay,
Ayan.
sa lain nga bahin, no, atong pasalamatan ang Kotelko pinaagi ni Romney Cabaron.
Cabaron.
Sige, imuha man ang
Sige,
concern.
okay na to. At least na okay na ang tanay.
Kamo, ha?
Oh, laban lang natay
Laban
mga
lang ta.
nagitay mga responsibility gyud na kinahanglan i-fulfill. Nang sa ganun ay hindi ho tayo makompromise. Ganun lang naman 'yun. And salamat sa mga agency na mga partners ho natin,
Yes.
lalong-lalo na yung With Love John Foundation Incorporated na partner po ng Department of Education who really fulfills yung need ng ating mga learners.
Oh, especially
Bisan
sa
hantod
atong mga
karon, no?
IP, no?
Correct.
Hantod karon
bisag
na
pag-
lang gyapon yung mga
bisag pag
feeding.
bisag mawala pa ning radyo eskwela, no, mga maring grabe ang ilang commitment sa mga IP learners nato dinhi sa Kidapawan.
Bisan
So,
mawala.
congratulations and mabuhay.
Mabuhay.
O di nga mawala
Saludo.
nindot kay ilahang center. Oy, mura kag nasa abroad.
Speaking of IP learners, atangan sa Friday po ang atong airing para sa atong
Correct.
IP learners, atong iPad. Ayan, by Friday and by Thursday, mag-record na naman ho tayo. Trabaho na naman ho tayo. Ayan.
Siyempre atong ginagreet ang ato ang agency sa SSS, mga empleyado da. Hello.
Oh, hello naman po, pag-ibig,
Sa pag-ibig,
PhilHealth, lahat-lahat
Sa
na.
GSIS, sa PhilHealth.
Oh, alam niyo na yan.
Sige na sila diha. Okay.
Sige.
Okay na sila diha. Ma'am Rosalia S. Directo, still watching. Good morning.
Okay, still.
Okay,
Very good now, still watching.
Tawago na nato ato ang
Tawagan
mga
na.
grade 8 learners. Adto na mo sa lugar kung asa mo komportable kay ang pangutana. Grade 8 learners, andam na ba mo?
Andam na.
Radyo Eskwela.
A pleasant day again, learners, especially to our grade 8 students. Today is another special episode of School on the Air in Mathematics. We are very glad that we are always safe and sound wherever we are. I'm your radio teacher, Crizalian Sampani Binyes. Before starting our lesson for today, be sure to prepare your notebooks and pens so that you can take note important points in our radio lesson. You can have your snacks with you as you listen to our broadcast. Are you ready? Today's objectives are to describe a mathematical system and illustrate the need for an axiomatic structure of a mathematical system in general, and in geometry in particular. The latter includes defined terms, undefined terms, postulates, and theorems. Are you now ready? You have a minute to attend to your personal needs because moments from now, we will discuss our lesson. Now, let's have our radio lesson for the third quarter. Do you have any idea about systems? In a human body, there are many systems. Take as an example, the digestive system. It is composed of different organs like the mouth, the esophagus, the stomach, the intestines, and other related parts. It is important how these different parts work as one to form the digestive system. The system won't work normally if one part is missing. Another real-life application of system is the system of learning that we are having nowadays. We learn through our self-learning modules or SLM, through online distance learning, radio-based instruction, and many others. This system won't work without the persons and institutions involved in making the system possible, like our teachers and different stakeholders. The same is true with mathematics. It relies heavily on a system we call the mathematical system. There are many types of mathematical system. In geometry, a mathematical system is composed of undefined terms, defined terms, axioms or postulates, and theorems. What are undefined terms? These terms can only be described but not defined in geometry. Examples are points, lines, and planes. A point can be described or visualized using a dot, a tip of a pen, or a very small particle. Lines can be represented with a thread line, a stroke of a pen that extends infinitely. A flat surface, like a tabletop, can represent a plane. Can you think of other things that can represent a point, a line, and a plane? Can you explain now why are they undefined? If yes, congratulations! Please note them down. These undefined terms are the basis of axioms and postulates in geometry. The early Greeks made a distinction between the two terms. Axioms are assumptions common to all sciences, while postulates are related to a particular subject like mathematics. Axioms or postulates are statements taken to be true even without representing a proof. The distance postulate. For every distinct 2 points, there corresponds a unique positive number. This number is the distance between 2 points. Let Kidapawan represent point 1 and Davao represents point 2. The distance is represented by the number of kilometers between the two cities. You don't need a proof to prove that there exists a distance between the two. Notice that the distance postulates use points, which is an undefined term. Axioms or postulates consequently lead to defined terms which are defined using undefined terms. Example: a perpendicular bisector is defined as a line that cuts a line segment into two equal parts at 90 degrees. Notice that the definition uses undefined terms like lines. The definition is also a consequence of a theorem on intersecting lines. Theorems, on the other hand, are statements that can be proven true. In addition, statements are different from sentences. A statement can be true or false, but not both. Otherwise, it is just a sentence. Statements are what we are using in theorems and postulates. Now, let us proceed to second part of our lesson. Why there is a need for an axiomatic structure in general and in geometry. Let us set the field that an axiomatic system is any set of axioms used to derive theorems. Theorems are logically derived from defined terms. Axioms are postulates and undefined terms. Now, how do we measure the length of a line segment? You can answer by using a ruler. That is right. You can determine the length of a segment by placing a ruler in alignment with segment and reading the distance between them using the assigned numbers. We can use the ruler postulate in this case. According to this postulate, for every point on the line, there corresponds exactly one real number for every real number. There corresponds exactly 1 point on the line. Length, the distance between 2 points, is the absolute value of the difference of the corresponding numbers. Suppose the first point on the line corresponds to 5 on the ruler, and the second point corresponds to 7. Using the ruler postulate, we can subtract 7 and 5 and get the absolute value. The absolute value of a number is always positive because there is no such negative distance. In this case, the distance is 2 units. Let us look at the other postulates and theorems. The line postulate states that given any 2 points, there is exactly one line that contains 2 points. Suppose the first point is A and the second point is B. You can only draw exactly one straight line connecting A and B. From this postulate, We have created a theorem that if two lines intersect, then their intersection is a point. The point existence postulate states that every plane contains at least 3 non-collinear points and at least 4 non-coplanar points determine a space. The simplest plane figure that is determined by only 3 points is the triangle, and the simplest space figure that is determined by only 4 points is a triangular prism. The flat plane postulate states that if 2 points of a line lie on a plane, then the line lies on the same plane. What if the plane does not contain the line, but the line intersects it? This will lead us to a theorem that if a line intersects a plane not containing it, the intersection contains only 1 point. But since it is a theorem, you can show proof that it truly exists. The plane postulate states that any 3 points lie on at least one plane and any 3 non-collinear points lie on exactly one plane. This leads to a theorem that if there is a line and a point not on the line, then they are contained in exactly one plane. On the other hand, another theorem states that if there are 2 intersecting lines, there is exactly one plane containing them. The plane intersection postulate states that if 2 planes intersect, then their intersection is a line. Now, we will test our understanding by answering the following statements. Remember, statements can be true or false, but not both. Are you ready? Tell whether the statements are true or false. Three points can be contained in one line. True. A line is made of infinite number of points. Next, 3 points must lie on one line. False. 2 points can already determine a line. 3 points must be collinear to determine a plane. False. According to the point existence postulates, every plane contains at least 3 non-collinear points. Next, a line and a point not on the line determine a plane. True. A theorem on the plane postulate. Next, the intersection of 2 lines is a point. True. A theorem on the plane postulate. Next, the intersection of 2 planes is a line. True again. Plane intersection postulates. Wow, You did great, learners. Keep up the good work. Actually, there are also postulates and theorems on angles. Remember that angles are formed by points and lines. The postulates on angles are the angle measurement postulate, the angle construction postulate, and the angle addition postulate. These postulates are difficult to expand through air broadcast. You can just browse any geometry books to know more about these postulates. Another postulate on angles is a supplement postulate. It states that if two angles form a linear pair, then they are supplementary. A linear pair is composed of two angles that form a line and they are supplementary, meaning their sum is 180 degrees. Can you still remember the instrument used to measure angles? Yes, protractor. To properly use the protractor, please review your angle measurement in grade 7. Do you realize now why there is a need for us to understand the first axiomatic structure of geometry? Yes, you are right. We can solve problems on length of segments and sizes of angles using the postulates and theorems that we have learned. There are many other postulates and theorems that you will encounter as we go on with our lesson. But for now, I would like to congratulate everyone for your patience and participation in our class on air.
Like a small boat on the ocean, sending big waves into motion. Like how a single word can make a heart open. I might only have one match, but I can make an explosion. And all those things I didn't say were wrecking balls inside my brain. I will scream loud tonight. Can you hear my voice this time? This is my fight song.
There we go. We finished our lesson remarkably. In your homes, I want you to do the remaining activities that involve the application of the skills you have acquired today. I am your radio teacher, Crisalian Sampani Binyes, together with our scriptwriter, Hailan A. Zaragoza. Be sure to tune in again to our School on the Air or our Radyo ESKWELA. Until next time, I will leave you a quote from Paul Halmos. The only way to learn mathematics is to do mathematics. Let us take all our dreams to the sky. Goodbye, everyone.
No, I've still got a lot of fire left in me.
Radyo ESKWELA.
Hello. Good morning. Nahuman na gyud nato ang atoang duha ka mapagtulunan sa mathematics grade 7 and 8.
Ayan, congratulations to our radio script writer sa ating mathematics, Sir Hailan Zaragoza. Ayan, congratulations.
Yes, sa mga grade 7 o grade 8, congratulations. Mga ginikanan, congratulations.
And also to our math coordinator, Ma'am Molina.
Ma'am Ronella Molina.
Hi, Ma'am.
Hi, Ma'am.
Hi.
Ayan,
Okay,
congratulations.
Matay oras kay
11
nanay
o'clock.
nagsunod nga programa.
Alright,
Yes.
daghang salamat sa padan nga pagsuporta sa atong Radyo ESKWELA.
Thank you so much, grade 7 and grade 8 learners, mga ginikanan, stakeholders, mga kaubanan sa Department of Education sa atong sponsor, With Love John Foundation Incorporated, headed by Dr. Bernie Miguel ug Administrator Sir Ian Leo Domingo. Daghang kayong salamat. Kini si Gladys Mir Pontongan.
Alas 3 hangtod alas 4 sa hapon unya, magdungganay kita para sa ato ang subject Aralim Panlipunan. Daghang salamat sa padayon nga pagsuporta sa Radyo ESKWELA. Of course, kanunay natong kauban atong RBI Coordinator Ma'am Shirley Dua, our LR Supervisor, Ma'am Hazel Aparese. Daghang salamat maing buntag kini si Crizolian Sampani Binyes.
Og padayon kita magamping karong mga panahon na. Daghang salamat Notre Dame Broadcasting Corporation. Ang duha ka mga dagkong istasyon sa Barm Region ug Soxargen, DXMS Radyo Vida Cotabato City, DXND Radyo Vida Kidapawan City. Sa ngalan na lamang sa Department of Education Kidapawan City Division ng With Love John Foundation Incorporated, mao kanang paghatod kaninyo sa Radyo ESKWELA. Ako si Marlon Bulasa nga nagaingon, taliwala nining pandemya, kitang tanan, we should be a fighter, not a quitter.
Inyong napakinggan ang Radyo ESKWELA, programang inihatid ng With Love John Foundation Incorporated sa ilalim ng pamumuno ni Dr. Bernie Miguel sa pakikipagtulungan ng Department of Education, Kidapawan City Division, Provincial Government of Cotabato at ng Notre Dame Broadcasting Corporation. Radyo ESKWELA, hanggang sa susunod na pagsasahing papawid. Maraming salamat.
Basta Balita. Bida.
Ang balitang ito ay hatid sa inyo ng Bio Gold. Magandang araw Mindanao, narito ang bidang balita sa oras na ito. Siyam na mga miyembro ng NPA ang sumuko sa Sitio Tinapakan, Barangay Dato, Ito, Andong at Sitio Nursery, Barangay Santa Clara, Caramansig, Sultan, Kudarat. Kinumpirma ni Colonel Eduardo Gubat, Commanding Officer ng 603rd Infantry Brigade, na mga miyembro ng West Daguma Front, Far South Mindanao Region ang mga sumuko. Mga miyembro mano ang mga ito ng milisyang bayan at na-recruit ng isang Edgar Candy na sumali sa Communist Terrorist Group. Ayon kay Gubat, na nais ng mga sumuko na muling mamuhay ng normal at matiwasay kasama ang kanilang mga pamilya. Dala ng mga ito sa kanilang pagsuko ang 10 shotgun at isang homemade caliber 38 revolver. Sumainyo ang bidang balita sa oras nito. Ako si Drema Kitayin Bravo. Sumainyo ang balitang hatid ng Bio Gold.
Niwang ba? Kulang sa bunga? Nako, kulang sa fertilizer yan! Gumamit ng fertilizer na bagay sa pananim mo. Dito ka na sa bagong fertilizer ng bayan, Bio Gold. Ang Bio Gold, zinc-enriched na, multi-nutrient foliar fertilizer at rooting stimulant pa. Bio Gold, mabilis ma-absorb ng tanim at kargado ng macro at micro elements kaya tiyak na aasenso ka. Bisitahin lang ang Happy Leaf Multi-Trading sa Oriented Printing Press Building, Jose Abad Santos Street, Kidapawan City. Ang Bio Gold, epektibo karong tag-init, berde og dugay malaya ang mga dahon, delay nga paghinog, sayo nga pagpamulak ug adunay humic acid para sa yuta. Bio Gold, dito aasenso ka. Available sa lahat ng agricultural supply center.
Bagong pag-asa, sigaw ng malaya, kapakanan ng kapwa laging mangunguna. Bida sa salita,
Radyo Vida ng Notre Dame Broadcasting Corporation.
bida ka rito.
Bida ka
Bida ka rito. Mas pilalakas, mas pilabilis, at mas pilalinaw. Radyo Vida. 747 sa iyong mga piitan.
Ang inyong mapaminawan, usa ka bayad nga tulumanon, ang tanang gipanulti og opinyon sa tigpamaba ilang kaugalingon og walay kalambigitan ang istasyon.
Inyong mapaminawan ang mga issues ug katikaran ug para sa kalambuan sa Magpet. Kini ang atong programa, Uswag Magpet.